legal team has been trying to get an application for his conviction and his sentence to be set aside. And in order for that to basically take place, they wanted him to be released on bail pending the outcomes of that particular leave to appeal. And originally, we had actually gone to the urgent High Court in Johannesburg, but then an agreement between the state as well as the defense returned the matter back to the trial court, which is where it was actually supposed to start off. In terms of the state now, according to the new legal team, basically cooperating this time, because they're saying that for months now they've been trying to get this matter going, but they've just been hitting brick walls. It went back to the magistrates court, where we had arguments heard last week on why Kanya Cekeshe should be granted bail. Advocate Thembeka Toby going into not a lot of detail, but just some of the arguments that he'll be bringing forth in the leave to appeal, telling the magistrate that the only basis that he needs to rule on in terms of bail is the issue of whether he believes that there are reasonable prospects of success in the particular leave to appeal application. And when we got the judgment yesterday, Magistrate Tinus Carstens reiterating that he believes that there was no miscarriage of justice in this particular matter, and that the interests of justice would not serve Kanya Cekeshe to be released on bail, because he does not believe there are reasonable prospects of success in terms of an appeal.
Despite all of that, we've also got another moving part in this story. The Justice Minister, Ronald Lamola, saying yesterday that his office is willing to assist Cekeshe in putting forth an application for a presidential pardon. How does this now formal appeal that's been lodged today tie in with that?
So that is a completely different process, which is something I had actually asked Mr. Stale on, regarding are you going to basically abandon the next legal processes and just put all your eggs in one basket on this particular presidential pardon? And he said no, that's a completely different process, and he's well aware that he's basically in constant contact with the Justice Ministry. You heard from the Bites apparently every hour with the spokesperson with regards to that application for a presidential pardon, which has also come under a lot of scrutiny in terms of the rule of law. We've heard from Advocate Batohi saying that she believes that you can't just, set a car alight and then not expect the rule of law to basically deal with you. A lot of South Africans really divided on the matter. But the issue at play here is that Kanya Cekeshe's legal team believes that the sentence that was meted out doesn't meet the crime. They're not saying that Kanya Cekeshe shouldn't have been punished at all. They're just saying that certain processes, in terms of how his guilty plea statement was submitted, in terms of the processes that needed to take place afterwards, in terms of the legal representation he got, gave him an unfair trial, meaning that there's been a miscarriage of justice.
Right.
So what we're seeing today is that a leave to appeal application has been filed in the High Court, along with an urgent bail application, in terms of trying to get Cekeshe out while his team deals with the arguments that are in this appeal.
Slindile Masikane, thank you very much for that. Slee is updating us there on the breaking news that's right across your screen. Kanya Cekeshe's legal team confirming in the last few minutes that they will appeal yesterday's Magistrates Court outcome, where he was denied an appeal of both his conviction and sentence for malicious damage to property. His bail bid also being rejected by that Magistrates Court yesterday. We'll stay right across the story for you over the coming days and